Hello guys, welcome back to the Diaspora Channel. I'm Gabiam, and thanks so much for subscribing to my channel and for tuning in this afternoon. I have Taiwo here with me, and she's going to explain so many things to you guys because so many people have been asking, oh, I want to buy land or property on the continent. How should I go about it? That's why Taiwo is here. So, salut tout le monde, bienvenue sur ma chaîne. J'espère que vous allez tous bien. J'ai Taiwo avec moi ce soir. Taiwo, elle est ici avec moi et elle va nous parler plus de comment s'investir sur le continent. Et si vous voulez acheter un terrain ou bien un immeuble ou un appartement, Taiwo est ici pour vous aider. So, welcome, Taiwo.
Hello there, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Thank you for inviting me on your platform.
You're so welcome. Please go ahead and tell us more about yourself.
Okay, as you said, I'm Taiwo Orishayomi, and I am a real estate investor here in the UK and also in Nigeria. I've been involved in the real estate business in the UK for the past over a decade now. I bought my first real estate in 2008, and I've been a professional real estate, investor since 2010. So I have written, 2 books in the UK regarding how to get into the real estate business with 0%, zero money down. I wrote my first book, which is called Rent to Rent. Actually, I'm the creator of Rent to Rent strategy, which is now one of the most popular ways of getting to the real estate business in the UK. Rent to Rent is actually number one, real estate strategy in the UK. So I wrote my first book, which is Rent to Rent, Massive Cash During a Massive Crash in 2010. Which became a massive bestseller. And I wrote the second one, Rent to Rent, Landlord, Agents, Tenants, and the Legal Skills You Need to Consider in 2011. Which was this one, the second one was written because a lot of people jumped on the strategy without knowing the legal side of things, and a lot of people were doing it the wrong way. So I had to, immediately, bring out the second one, which is more of the legal side of the strategy. So the both can be bought on Amazon. On ebook or on the with the paper version, or you can also buy on my website renttorent.co.uk. So yes, I've been investing in the UK since 2010. I actually retired from buying in the UK about 5 years ago. And about 7 months ago, I started to branch my experience and my skills to the motherland, mainly Nigeria at the moment, by starting a company called the Global African Investors Alliance. So Global African Investors Alliance is mainly to help the African diaspora around the world, in America, in the UK, South America, to invest back on the continent.
Right.
With a trusted company. So Global African Investors has been a massive help to quite about hundreds of people already within the last 7 months when we first started. And we have investment groups on the motherland, investing in real estate, investing in farming, and investing in other kind of businesses. So if anyone is looking to relocate back to the motherland, relocate back to Nigeria more specifically, we're here to help. We're here to hold your hands, and we're here to make sure that everything is done, properly according to the law and safely as well. So check out our website, which is globalafricaninvestorsalliance.com. So that's me in a nutshell. Okay.
Thanks so much, Taiwo. First of all, I want to know what motivated you in the first place to start investing into real estate?
Mm-hmm. The reason why I started investing in real estate is I've always been a business-minded person. I've never loved, working for other people. I think that in my entire life of 41 years, I've only worked for other people just 5 years in total. I started my very first business venture at the age of 22. I started with a magazine, which was a bilingual magazine, a multicultural magazine in London. I ran that magazine for about 5 years and realized that, the world of magazine and fashion and all that was, I enjoyed it for a moment. And then I realized how pretty much dark, that world, is. And I decided that that wasn't my path. Then, I went out to work for somebody for 2 years, and from there, I started to work. I started my business in investment in real estate in 2010. So, actually, what provoked me to start investing in real estate was after reading a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. I believe I read that book in 2000, sometimes 2008, 2000, yeah, I think it's 2008, 2009. And that book just made a paradigm shift in my mind. And I decided to, investigate the real estate, business. I started reading plenty of other books. I think I probably read probably about 100 books, that year. Attended a lot of webinars, a lot of seminars. I just dived into the real estate investment, industry. And from there, from 2010, I decided that, okay, I think this is the way for me to be financially independent, financially safe, and be also, independent, and not rely on someone else to decide what I'm going to earn, when I'm going to earn it, and just being my own boss. So it was through a book that that got me into the real estate investment, and I will never look back now.
It's amazing, Tayo, and you are doing great, when it comes to the way you are through Global African Investors Alliance, what you are doing in order to help the brothers and sisters in the diaspora to secure, lands or property in the on the continent, in this case, Nigeria, is amazing because we don't see lots of people out there doing what you are doing. So that's why I say, I have to have you here with me so you can explain things to people, because last week we were talking and some people like, oh, in the chat, sorry, some people are like, oh, it's not like they don't want to own a land or property on the continent, but sometimes even with the land is just too expensive. I'm like, really? Like which parts? So I say, okay, I have to have Tayo. I don't want to say things. Let me just have Tayo on so you can explain to them. So for someone watching right now, and maybe they want to get maybe a one plot or two plots, can you break that a little bit down, like how much it's going to cost, for them?
I mean, it depends on the plot. Is it to build or is it to farm? Because if they were to go on our website, we've got a huge listing of land to sell. For example, at the moment we cover just Nigeria, and if you want to get a plot of land to build a house in Nigeria, you'll be looking at probably £3,500 upward for a plot, which is 600 square meters, big. A plot is quite, that 600 square meters is massive, compared to, the average home in the UK is probably is built on probably on maybe 200 square meters. So in Nigeria, 600 square meters is quite substantial. And then you'll be looking at about £3,500 upward. If you're looking for a farmland, away from Lagos, you'll be looking at something, less than $300 for one plot. So it's extremely, extremely affordable. $300 for one plot is tiny. So for somebody who wants to have a simple life, they can just invest in, let's say, buy 1 acre. 1 acre is about six plots. So six times three, you're looking at 6 times 3. You're looking at how much is that? That's 15. Oh my God! How much is 6 times 3? 18. That's 1,000, about $1,800. So less than $2,000, you can buy in an acre.
An acre. Oh wow!
Yeah, you can build a big house on 1 or 2 plots, and then you can farm the remaining, 4 plots. So so land is extremely cheap, at the moment in Africa, and this is in Nigeria. So if you were to go to other parts of the motherland, you can even find things that are a lot cheaper. So saying that it's expensive is a non-excuse at all. Is a non-excuse, because land is is dead cheap on the motherland. And this is the reason why, you have a lot of the Chinese, people coming to Africa and just buying hectares and hectares of land for peanuts. And they're establishing their businesses, they're establishing their farms, they're establishing whatever they want to, establish there. And this is something that I believe that the African diaspora should take advantage of before it becomes, unaccessible for our people.
That's right. So guys, you heard Tayo clearly, and she break everything down so transparent for everyone to understand. One plot roughly is how much? Less than less than
$200. Yeah, less than £200.
It's really, really cheap. So like she said, now things are reasonable. So this is the time for you to secure your land. And Tayo is here to do that. You go on the website. I just put the link of a channel, in the chat. So please go ahead and subscribe to her channel so you can be able to know what exactly is happening, which area, and then you decide from there. And for those of you out there that are thinking about, oh, I want to do some farming, you have that opportunity as well. 1 acre is how much?
Is less than
$2,000.
1 acre. Yeah.
Right. So, that is, available right now for you guys. If you want to do that, you can do it. Things will go back to normal. We pray and we hope very soon. So you go on the continent and you see things for yourselves. But by then you already secure your land. Because, I don't know how you feel with all the madness happening in the world, and it doesn't seem like it's going to end anytime soon. So, with what I saw last time, I don't even understand how my brothers and sisters can even go to bed and sleep in that country. I mean, in the States. So do whatever you have to do legally, of course, save your money, get your land. If you're able to get property, get your property. Even if you don't want to use it right away, at least Tayo is here, is someone that is trustworthy. She's been doing this for years. So you're not gonna, think about, oh, someone, a scammer or this and that. Everything is secured. If you have to even rent that land, they're able to do that, right?
Like yes, absolutely. Right. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, for example, some of the things that we do at GAIA is to form investors groups. Right. We've done 2 so far. We're on the road to doing a 3rd one. So the investors groups means that we bring a group of people together. The last one we've just done, we brought 80 investors together. They've purchased 400 acres of land. And we're going to, they've started, all the legal we've started all the legal procedures to put the business in place. And, by this time next year, the farm will already be farming. We'll already be farming it. And, all these crops will be planted. and the business, already on the way. So if you want to get involved in business groups, farming groups, we are able to put you, with other people's like-minded people, buy, hectares of land, and then we create a business together as a group, as an investors group, and then you've got, residual income coming, 2 years, 3 years down the line. So it is a way for you to actually have a business in Nigeria without being by yourself. You're doing it as a group, and you're being recognized as a group. So it's a lot easier for our brothers and sisters who don't have a lot of money to put down, but just a little bit. You're part of a group, and then you're doing everything as a group. So yeah, that's another thing that's possible. And for those people that have, maybe already a business running in the US or the UK or in Europe, and you want to bring that business to Nigeria, we can also help you with that as well. We've got different packages on our website where we help people who want to relocate with their businesses, relocate with their families. We are there to help you as well. So we literally set up your business in Nigeria. So by the time you come, your business is already up and running, and you just come and you just plug yourself in as the business owner. So we can actually do that for you as well. So the possibilities are endless. And the reason why global African investors, the reason why we're so passionate about what this is because of the things that's going on in America. These are the things that literally got me out of my retirement, because I retired 5 years ago with rent to rent. These are the things I just got fed up. I got fed up of seeing the killings, unjust killings of our Black brothers and sisters in America, where people are today because of George Floyd. I was there, years ago. I've been there years ago, and I was enraged. I was angry. I said, okay, how can I help? How can I contribute to bringing, my people back home? So that's where the idea of rent to rent came. And I said, if I can do something to help my brothers and sisters get out of that space, then I would do what I can do. And this is the reason why. And I don't think that, like you, I don't believe in anything's going to get better. I think it's going to get worse. And not only would be in the US, it's going to come to Europe as well, because these things are also happening in Europe. We just don't hear about them. We don't hear about them because people don't have.
It's happening now, right now.
In France, in Germany, in Spain, in Portugal, these things are happening. We just don't hear about them because they're not gunning people down, because the police don't tend to carry guns here in Europe. But in America, we're hearing about it because they're literally going for the final solution by just shooting people. But the same brutality is happening in Europe, and it's not going to get better. It's going to get a lot worse. So I encourage my brothers and sisters, please do not keep feeding the beast that is killing you, because by being here, we are paying into their taxes. We're working for them. We're paying into their taxes, and we're literally feeding our own oppressors. So let's think outside the box and be radical in a way of thinking. Get out, and go and build your own on the motherland. Build your business, whatever skills you've got. Any skills, either you are a doctor, a nurse, you're a cleaner, you are an electrician, a plumber. Africa is there for you. We need everybody. We need all skills to come back home and just set yourselves up as a business on the motherland. And I believe me, and I say to people, whatever business you set up in Africa, within 5 to 10 years, you will be a multimillionaire. You will be a multimillionaire.
True.
And that is a fact that people don't want to believe. You will be a multimillionaire.
That's why the Chinese are there, French, Portuguese, everyone. Because they know exactly that they can make it big in Africa, and that's the reality.
Yeah, because the labor is there. It's extremely cheap labor. The lifestyle is extremely cheap, and your pound, your dollars, your euros will go 10 times further, over there than here. So somebody will actually ask me, how much do I need to set up a business? I say 5,000. 5,000 in any Western currency we
Mm.
get you started as for a business. £5,000, $5,000, 5,000 euros. If you have that in your pocket, you can start a small business in Nigeria or anywhere in the motherland. 5,000. So you know don't waste time. This is an emergency. This is not an emergency for our people. This is an emergency. We need to get out.
You're right, Tayo. I'm gonna upload a video soon. Then you know that it's not only America, like me and you saying, right here in London,
Mm,
not even far from where I live.
yeah,
So it's just to let you guys know that this we pray, we want things to get better, but it's like the other countries gonna pick from, even if those ones try to stop, the other ones will pick up from there.
yeah,
So
yeah,
you have to have that African plans, whether you're ready to go now or not. Secure what you can secure. I can that is another song I always sing on this channel. You have to have that plan. Secure your land, secure that property, rent it out if you're not ready to move and go and settle down there at the moment. You can still get all those things, paperwork sorted, and you're good. Whenever you decide, like, okay, it's time for me to go back to Africa, you know that, okay, you have a house already, or you have an apartment, and can you let them people know a little bit when it comes to apartments and house, things like that.
I mean, that is even, easier because is this that one is straightforward.
Right.
People can literally buy, an apartment and rent it out
Mm-hmm.
easily. For example, you can buy, let's say, a two-bedroom or three-bedroom apartment in Lagos, which is the equivalent of London or New York, for, let's say, roughly 20,000 pounds, and you can pay over the next 5 years. I've literally just posted a new listing right now. I posted it yesterday on the YouTube page. You can literally buy a one-bedroom apartment in Lagos for I think it's about 25,000 pounds. However, all you need is
Mm.
the deposit of about £1,500 deposit, and you can pay the rest over the next 5 years interest free.
Oh, wow.
Interest free. So you can literally just pay a little bit every month for the next 5 years without being charged anything more. So the opportunities are there. Just we need to seize these opportunities. Actually, how much is 250,000 naira in UK pounds? I think it's about 250 is roughly about, I don't want to get this wrong, is less than £600. With £600, you can put down
Mm.
a deposit on a
Oh,
on
wow.
an apartment.
That's very cheap.
I know exactly. Less than £600, you can put
And
a
is that
deposit.
Lagos? Is that Lagos?
Yes, yes, it's
Oh,
right now
wow.
on our website. It's called Gracias Sunstone. I
Okay.
literally uploaded the video about 2 days ago. Gracias Sunstone. We can buy a one-bedroom apartment, two-bedroom, three-bedroom apartments with a deposit of starting from less than £600, and then you pay the rest over the next 5 years at 0% interest. So anybody can literally have access to this kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then once the property is finished, and the property is going to be finished, they're clearing the land at the moment. In about 2 weeks time, they're going to start the foundation, and in about maybe 8 months, the buildings are going to be ready, and then you rent it out, and you're creating passive income from there.
Yeah.
So, and our team, GAIA, we're here to help you manage as well. So it's literally hands-free. You're here, you buy your property, we're there to manage it for you, to make sure that you
Mm.
collect the rent, and you've got your passive income, and you've got something on the motherland. So we've made it so simple for all of our brothers and sisters abroad, and so we're saying to you, come back home. Just give it a try, because
Give it a try.
give it a try. Don't believe in all the things that you've been taught about Africa. Africa is Garden of Eden. It is there, and there's a reason why they don't want you there. There's a
And they are
reason why
always
they don't
there.
want you there.
They
But
are
they are
always
always
there.
there. They are always there. They are always there. So you need to open your mind. You need to open up and realize that all the resources of the world is in Africa.
Mm.
And you
It
need
is.
to go
That's
there
true.
and seize the opportunity and be there.
Mm.
Don't get bogged up on with what they've taught you, because I get into a lot of I actually stopped discussing, when I'm discussing with somebody
Mm.
and that person says, well, you sold us to the white man. I just withdraw myself from that kind of conversation, because these are
But
the things
sorry,
that
Tayo, even that part of the history, I
it's
don't
not
believe it
true.
anymore.
It's not true. No,
Knowing
it's
what I
not
know
true.
now,
Yes,
and the way
it's
they
not true.
managed to make us believe on the continent that, oh, the brothers and sisters in the state are living life. That's what we know. And on
Exactly.
this side, they make sure, they view Africa as a place they don't even
Therefore,
want nothing to do with. So if someone
exactly.
can do that, why will I believe what they said
What
about, oh, we gave them this, we
exactly.
gave them that, and then they so no, no.
Exactly, exactly, exactly. That is the mental, illness they've literally, established in the minds
Mhm.
of our brothers and sisters in Americas. So, when I hear that, I say, okay, show me which African tribe, African country accumulated so much wealth by selling its own people. Where are they? Where are those nations? It's like somebody, let's say 50 years time, the people that are in Libya that been enslaved, there are people that have been enslaved in Libya. Someone
Mm.
says in 50 years time, well, African leaders sold them into slavery. No,
Mm.
no. What is your proof that you know
Oh, wow.
but the white man will not tell you, actually, we've been starving those countries, we've been starving those people, that their only opportunity of getting some food to get some money to buy food for their families is actually to get out of that country, because we've been
Mm.
stealing from those countries for centuries.
Exactly.
They will not tell
500
you that.
billions,
Exactly.
500 billions
Yeah.
every single year. We
Yes.
Francophone countries, we have
Yes.
to pay to them.
You have
And
to
they
pay
call
to
it
fund.
colonial debt. I don't know what we borrow from them in the
Exactly.
first place.
Exactly, exactly. Did
So,
you do you know that they never thought that I studied in France? I did all my studying in France,
mm,
and not once was I thought that France was collecting colonial, debt.
the
That France
people are
was
not aware of anything.
never.
No. And even that's why, even when, they are preparing for the next election, and, like Macron, when he was making all the noise, like, oh, I'll do this, I'll do that. By the time they put you right in the chair, explain everything to you, even if you want to do something good for Africa, you know that if you do that, your country will sink. So that's
Yes,
the reality. They don't teach that at school.
they don't share them exactly,
So
and then
the French, they don't know.
exactly, and then you will see every year on TV. Oh, Africa aid for Africa. Oh, save the children of Africa. Oh, this for
I hate
Africa.
that.
Oh, that
Like,
for Africa. I'm like, okay, if you really want to help Africa, then get the fuck out of Africa. Stop eating
oh
our
my,
resources. You know, Africa doesn't need aid. Africa needs,
not at all.
Westerners to leave us alone. That's what Africa needs.
Exactly.
Just leave us alone. But you
Mm-hmm.
can't do that. You can't do that, because of that. You know that if you were to do that, your country will go to the
Will
rank of,
collapse. Yeah.
it's not even going to be
Yeah.
third world country. It's going to be the rank of 10th world country.
Mm-hmm. You're right. So,
That's it.
Life of King Wave put a question in the chat. So, I don't know if you can read it, but
Yeah.
he said you
What is the
covered
average
that
cost?
already, but I think he came a little bit late. So, if you
Yeah.
can go over the prices,
Well,
like,
you
of
can't. You
lands and
can't.
property. Yeah.
That is not a correct question to ask. You can ask, come to the, let's say I'm going to the UK, what is the average price of land? There's no average price of the land. Which area do you want to go to? What are you talking about? London, or are you talking about Wales? Are you talking about Scotland? So the average price of land doesn't exist. You just said to us, okay, you want to live in Lagos. I can tell you the average price of land in Lagos. Average price of land in Lagos will be about £3,500 for one plot. Average price in Abeokuta.
So in dollars, Tayo,
yeah, in dollars.
can you
Yeah,
give him
in dollars,
yeah,
in dollars, you'll be
roughly?
looking at probably about $4,500 in Lagos. So that would be average. And obviously it goes upward. If you go away from Lagos, you go into other cities, then obviously it becomes cheaper and cheaper. So it depends on what area of the country you're referring to.
Yeah, because again, as most people, they don't necessarily know. Okay, this is we're talking about Lagos. That's like the capital city,
Yes.
right,
No,
of
it's not
Nigeria,
the capital.
or
It's
it's
not the
not even
capital. It used to
right.
be the capital
It
until
used to
1990.
be right.
It used to be, but it's no longer the capital. But it's like it would be the equivalent of London or New York, really.
Okay, okay,
Because the population is about 22 million.
right.
Mm.
Okay, so yeah, King Wage is still here, I believe. So, that question is covered already when it comes to the price. It depends exactly where you want to buy, that plot of land. So if it's maybe Lagos, obviously it will be more expensive. And if it's Abeokuta, for example, it will be a little bit cheaper, right?
Oh, it's a lot cheaper. In Abeokuta, the
Okay.
average would probably be, less than $300. In
Okay.
Abeokuta, yes. So it depends on which area. And Abeokuta is less than 2 hours drive to Lagos, so it's not far at all. It's not far at all. So yeah, I mean, for let's say $2,000, you can get good plot of land to build
Okay.
on and buy. Hey, Monifa, how are you, Monifa? Actually, Monifa is one of our investors. She's invested
Oh,
in
wow.
yes, with us. Yes, she's actually part of a farming group. So
That's
she made
brilliant.
the jump. Yep, absolutely. Monifa actually came. We met her on a tour last year, Diners
Okay.
and News tour. She was one of the tour people, and I was one as well. That's how we met. And
Mm.
Monifa's invested, for the future kids, our unborn kids in
Mm-hmm.
Nigeria. So bravo to you and well done
That's
to you.
very wise.
Absolutely,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely, absolutely. So, and she I think I don't know I can't remember. I mean, the plot of land she bought is around
Hmm.
$300 for one farmland, which is great. Once the farm gets going, she's got her own residual income that's going to be coming from that. So, and T Kelly as well. T Kelly, how are you, T Kelly?
Ticket is here, man.
Yeah, TK is part of our second group of investors.
Right.
Very, very well. It's brilliant, and I love to see this young generation of men and
Mm.
women just thinking bigger than the generation before. You know,
Mm-hmm.
coming in here and investing for their
Mm.
future. I mean, particularly she's a very young lady, and
Yeah, I
she's
can see
already
that
part
from the
of
picture.
yeah, she's part of a farming group. She's part of a banking group because the second group they've literally created a bank. She's part of the banking group. She's part of other investors. Sorry, other investment that have come out of this, second investors group. So there's so many opportunities out there for our people. All you need to do is just take the leap, take the jump, and just be part of what is going on because Africa is definitely the future, and being part of it right now is the
Mm.
best way. The early birds catch the worms, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
So I say well done to my sisters, Monifa and Tikeli, for literally
Kelly. It's good you guys
jumping.
actually in the chat so you can share your experiences with the people in the chat. I know lots of people are here to hear from you, Tayo, because
Mhm,
the certain question keeps coming, but
yeah.
keep coming. But the thing is, don't know much when it comes to how things works in Nigeria. And that's why I always encourage people out there, if you're a business owner, make sure you get in touch. You email me, you let me know exactly what you're doing. We'll have a look and make sure, you know, everything is transparent. And then we can share with the brothers and sisters. You understand? So that's why they're here. And, you know, thanks so much for joining us here. I think we have another question, Tayo. Let me quickly put that here for you.
Okay. Buy one bedroom flat, can I rent out after I pay the deposit? Well, yes. Well, the way things work in Nigeria is that when you buy, especially the listings that we list in GAIA, is that you buy off plan. So when you buy, usually your condo is ready within 12 months, 12 to 18 months, it's ready. So when you put down the deposits, you're buying off plan. So for 12 to 18 months, you're paying every month. And when your condo is ready, then you're ready to rent out. So we don't often have, I mean, usually by the time condos are finished, you know, by the time we finish building them, all of the units are rented out. Everything is all sold out. Everything is sold out. So the best way to get into a good deal in Nigeria is when you buy off plan, especially at the beginning, because the prices tends to rise up every 3 months. So by the time your condo is finished, your condo has already appreciate in value by 25, 30, 40% by the time it finishes, because the prices go up usually every 3 to 4 months. So so that's how things work, you know, in Nigeria, really. Currency conversions. Well, you know, you can just go on the internet on currency, you know, converters. Just, you know, naira to pounds to naira, dollars to naira, euros to naira, and you will see. And also, if you go on our website, if you see any real estate that you're interested in, we've got the currency converter, you know, units on the side, on the right-hand side of our website, so you can literally convert, you know, as you're looking at a listing. So everything is all there.
So Tayo, is a WW Global Africa Alliance Investors.
No.
Is it .com or
No, it's www.globalafricaninvestorsalliance.com.
So guys, you need to go and check that out. But the link of Tayo's YouTube channel is in the chat already. I will encourage every single one of you here to go and please subscribe to her channel. That will help you a lot, so that you have any question, is, you know, it's easier to directly contact her. When we finish, I'll put all her details in the description box for any other person that will be interested to contact her. So you go ahead and do that. But I'm here for the same reason I've been saying every single time on this channel, to encourage you to go and secure the property in Africa, secure that land in Africa. That's why I'm here. So please, let's do what we need to do. That's why Tayo is here as well, to explain things to you guys. I know right now you're covering only Nigeria, but with time there will be other African countries on the list as well, right?
We're literally looking now to expand our services into Ghana, Gambia, Sierra Leone, Liberia, and Senegal, you know, and other, you know, African, you know, any sub-Saharan African countries, Togo, Benin, other places. So if we can find people who are in the real estate business in those countries, and we can verify their experience, we can verify, you know, what kind of listings they work with, and then we gladly, you know, welcome them to partner with us, because we have people that are looking to, they want to relocate to other countries in Saharan Africa, and because we don't have our legs there at the moment, so we're looking for people who are already there. Either you have a real estate agency, already in the sub-Saharan Africa, contact us, and we'll be able to verify you, and then we can partner with you and direct business your way. So if you are in the sub-Saharan Africa and you want to partner with us, please get in touch with us, and we'll be glad to work with you. We want to be the place for the African diaspora to come to when they are looking for real estate on the continent. We want to be the biggest on the continent. So please get in touch with us anyway.
It will happen. Knowing you, I know you do that. You put
No, the
out.
website is not that. The website is not
Okay,
that.
so okay.
That's not the
Tayo,
website.
is it just text it to me? I think
okay, it's global.
really?
Yeah, take that one off. That's not the web.
Right.
That's
Let me just take this
move
one
that.
off for now.
Yeah.
If you send it to me, I'll just put it in the chat myself.
Yeah,
so the
okay.
people can go on it and
yeah. Let me see
check.
if I can get access to the chat. Let me see.
Yeah, if you can, fine.
Yeah,
If not,
I'm just gonna put it in the. Actually, the short version is. Okay, so that is the short version. I've just posted the short version on the website. Yeah.
Okay,
Can
great,
you
Tayo.
Africa? Can you see it?
Yeah, I will check it. It's in the private chat, so I will check it and put it here.
Okay, that is the short version.
Okay. So there is another question from iTuber.
Gambia is turned into something special for diaspora. I mean, is that's not a question really. That's just a statement. So yeah, I mean, I know that Gambia is definitely a place that I've never been to. I've never been to that country, but from what I can see, it's another place that is welcoming to the African diaspora. So I mean, I know that the lady, Juliet, is there from Black Seat. She's there, and she does help a lot of people to acquire real estate in Gambia as well. If anyone knows her, please get her to get in touch with us. We would love to collaborate with her. I'm a member of YouTube channel. I love her. I admire her, and I would definitely love to collaborate with her as well. So Gambia is definitely also a place that is welcoming to the African diaspora. Camera rent is paid annually in Nigeria. Yeah. The rent is paid either annually or every 2 years. So but it's not a lot of money at all. It's even less than some rental, monthly rentals here in the UK. I mean, you can find a real estate for $800, or nine, less than $1,000, pounds a year. So it's not the rentals is not unaffordable. It's actually a lot cheaper than in the Western world. So if you want to rent something comfortable, for about in Lagos, you probably be looking at maybe £3,000 a year for a 1 to 2 bedroom apartment. Somewhere away from Lagos, you rent it for less than £1,000, pounds a year. So that's why people tend to pay every year or every 2 years in Nigeria. It's because the rent is so cheap.
That's the right place to be. Africa is the right place to be. So
honestly,
secure that land. Yeah, secure that land, secure that property. Yeah, we'll see what we can do when it comes to Gambia. I'll try and sort something out. And if Juliet is free, then you'll be good to have her also on the platform, and so she can explain things to you guys that are interested to to buy land in Gambia. She's definitely the right person. She's been helping lots of people. So yeah, if it's possible, once everything is sorted out, I'll definitely let you guys know. So let me see what's you shared something that made me so, it made me laugh a lot about the Chinese men. Can you, because sometimes when we are saying this, people think, okay, we are just trying to drag them, to Africa, or to just say, oh, you need to come. but they don't understand how serious, not everyone, but some people don't understand how serious this is. Can you explain, what you shared with me last time?
I can't remember. Is it the one that was
The,
selling corn on the side of the road?
exactly, that's the one.
To be, it's amazing. I mean, this is more for our, African brothers and sisters that are there on the ground who like to put these people on the pedestal like that, like they are demigods.
They are
You know,
all the way up there.
yeah, the Chinese are coming to Africa. They're usually, they are unskilled. They can't even read and write. They don't even speak English. They're not the wealthiest ones. The wealthiest ones, don't, the poorest of the poor, the people that can't make it in China are the ones that come to Africa. They're not the wealthiest one. I mean, as I said last time when I was in Lagos, I was one Chinese man selling corn and food, papaya on the side of the road. It's not, and then we'll be looking at this, we'll be thinking like, oh, these are skilled, engineers or IT
Sorry,
people.
Taiwo.
No, these are people that they can't survive in China. They're coming to Africa to come and pick, free fruits and be selling them on the road. So, please, my brothers and sisters, I'm not, I don't have anything against immigration, but I want people. If you're going to my continent, bring something, bring your skills. I don't want you to be competition with our poorest of the poorest on the continent. Our poor people are the ones, selling, some food on the side of the road to survive. I don't want a Chinese man to come and compete with somebody who's already, struggling to make ends meet. We don't want that. So, I mean, please, man, it's not. There's nothing to admire. I get insulted. I get insulted. I say, if you want to come to my continent, at least bring something of value. Don't come and compete with a poor person that is trying to.
Locals, yeah.
Mm,
You're right, Taiwo. But
mm,
hopefully people will start changing their mindset and
please,
roll their sleeves up and go and get what they need to get, because I
yeah,
prefer them getting those lands, properties over the,
yeah.
the people that are there, because they don't even treat our people right.
They don't. And because we Africans, we're so lovely, we're loving
Yeah.
people, we're welcoming people, we
Mm-hmm.
welcome them, and they take our humanity for weakness, and they're
Yes.
beautiful people.
That's the
And
worst part.
yeah, and our people, our people don't even know how to handle this kind of abuse, because
Mm-hmm.
they're saying that what have I done wrong to upset this person? And it's not like what you've done wrong, is that in the minds of these people, they think that you are inferior because you don't have this aggressiveness, or you don't have this,
Mm-hmm.
a westernized way of thinking in our culture. We don't have it. So and our people on the motherland, they tell me every time I go to Nigeria, they say we love to do business with our own people. Bring our own people back home. Bring our people back home, because they want to do business with us. They'd rather do business with us than doing business with anybody else. So if we are not there, then they will do business with whoever is there to do business. So
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
make ourselves available. Okay, how can we get foreigners out of Africa? If they want land, they will marry an African or go to war with the people. Africa for Africans. Yes, I mean, look, let me tell you something. Let's say the Chinese people in America, they come, they marry, they get their citizenship. They're doing exactly the same thing in Europe. They're doing the same thing in Africa. So if these people have to marry, Africans to get their citizenship, they will do it. They will do it. So, Black Americans, I'm not saying divorce your wives or divorce your, to get. I mean, there are ways for you to get citizenship. Don't let citizenship or the passport be the hurdles that stops you from coming to Africa. You need to come to Africa, and then there are different ways to legalize your situation on the motherland. And this is why GAIA, Global African Investors, this is what we do. If when you're coming to Nigeria, there are ways to, acquire your citizenship legal way, within a couple of years. we'll establish your business, we'll establish your coming to Nigeria, and then you get your citizenship. But what people are thinking is, oh, I need my citizenship to be given to me for me to come to Africa. That is not going to happen. At least not yet. Not yet. I would love, the AU to offer a sixth region, ID or passport to all the African diaspora. That is what I'm fighting for. That's what I would love. I would love that to happen. Give the African diaspora a sixth region ID passport, which will allow them to live anywhere on the continent, legally live on the continent. That is what I'm fighting for. But until that happens, we need to take advantage of what is here at the moment. Take advantage of it. Come to Africa. Within a couple of years, we will get you sorted out with your paperwork. Ghana, I believe, once you live there for 7 years, you are entitled to the citizenship. Sierra Leone, if you can prove that you've got even 1% of Sierra Leone DNA, you're entitled to the passports. In Nigeria, you live there for a couple of years, we can get your citizenship, sorted out for you. So different countries, different formula. As of yet, we don't have one size fits all. As I said, I'm fighting for the African diasporans to have a sixth region passport, which will entitle them to live anywhere on the continent. But until that happens, don't be discouraged. Do like every other people. Come, we will, and follow the rules of the land. Okay. Do you have I still want a fine Nigerian man, but I will have my own. Oh yes, don't worry, T. Kelly. You just need to land in Nigeria and you will have no problem. Don't worry. Don't worry, we'll get you one. There's plenty of Nigerian men, that are, available, hardworking, honest people that would love to, to marry, people from the diaspora. So yes, why not? Go on the continent, find your husband.
See, Kelly, don't worry. Very soon I'll put you right here so you can say that to all of us, not only in the chat. It's so easy, but come and say it loud. Hopefully, that will change things for you. Oh, Taiwo. That's a good one. When it comes to, the citizenship part, you have to do some research yourself. And people like Taiwo, diners, they are there for you. Yeah, all the information you need, whatever they know about a specific thing, when it comes to citizenship, they will share with you, and other YouTubers out there as well that, like African Tigress, Yodemaya, Nappy Bridge. There are lots of people out there, and we are all out here for you guys. So anything that we know and we are sure about it, we'll share with you guys. So just keep saving those dollars. That's one thing I'll say. Just keeping saving that for now. Do anything you know that you are good at, you can do easily. Do that. If you have to cut out certain things when it comes to your, how much you spend a month on certain things, unnecessary things, remove those things, because you know exactly why you are doing what you are doing. So, you can get
just to add a little bit, is a lot easier to obtain your citizenship on the motherland than it is for someone from Africa to achieve citizenship in Europe or in America. It's a lot easier on the motherland. A lot, 100 times easier. So, what people are saying, citizenship is the easiest, is actually the easiest part of coming to the motherlands. It's very easy. So don't let that be the discouragement, that stops you from coming to Africa. Don't at all.
So guys, put your question in the chat. We have few minutes to go. Taiwo, you retired at age 35. I love that. Please share with us how you managed to do that.
I managed to retire at the age of 35. My plan was to retire by the age of 40. but that came around, within 3 years of getting to be the business of rent to rent. So, and this was by helping other landlords to save their properties. This was during the 2008, property crash. I was able to help landlords from, stopping their houses from being repossessed. And by doing that, I inadvertently, created a way of creating massive passive income for myself. So, yeah, through real estate, I was able to, acquire a number of properties, my portfolio of properties. And once those properties are tenanted, that was it. There's nothing else for me to do. I had my passive income, financially free, and that's how I was able to retire by the age of 35. So again, I just followed the formula that I wrote in my first book, Rent to Rent, Massive Cash Through a Massive Crash. I put all the formula in there, and that was it. There's no secret. It was just by helping other people, I managed to help myself as well. So.
That's good. So those books are available. Is part 1 and 2 on Amazon and Taiwo's website. So you want to know how she managed to do that. I think it's 10K a month on passive income.
Yeah.
So I'm sure everyone in the stream wonder. So go get that book, read it, share it out, so other people also can learn. And the more we have, the more we'll be able to do more on the continent, and also in our community here, wherever you are. So let's do what we need to do. Hard work.
Just make sure that people, when they go on Amazon and they put in Rent to Rent, they literally go for this one, because this is the first ever book on the strategy. So they need to go for this one, because a lot of people
that's right.
Like that, this one, because a lot of people wrote books about the same strategy after myself. Mine, the very first one, I created the strategy. I actually own the trademark of the word rent to rent. It is owned by me. So a lot of people have written a lot of books after that. But the original one is my book, Rent to Rent. So make sure that you go for that one.
Great books. So Taiwo, for our French-speaking people on this side, please quickly just.
I'm not gonna say everything in French.
How Taiwo, don't start. Les gens qui veulent acheter du terrain ou un appartement au Nigeria, par exemple, Taiwo, tu es là pour nous aider, la diaspora. Donc, j'aimerais que tu expliques un tout petit peu. Et puis, on a déjà le site internet Ekabo Africa, si vous voulez.
Africa.
Africa. Yeah. So Taiwo, go ahead and explain to them, please. Yeah. Don't do that.
Tu veux que je vous dise tout en français? Oh là là.
Non, tu résumes juste un tout petit peu. Résume un tout petit peu. Ce que tu fais, comment ils peuvent te contacter. Sais-tu?
Ok, non, pas de problème. Donc, pour nos frères et sœurs qui sont de la diaspora, notamment en France ou en Belgique, si vous voulez acheter un terrain ou un appartement au Nigeria, vous pouvez nous contacter sur notre site internet ekabo.africa, et nous sommes là pour vous aider. Je suis dans l'immobilier depuis plus de 10 ans, et je suis là pour vous aider à vous établir au Nigeria et acheter un terrain, ou même si vous voulez pas vous relocaliser au Nigeria, vous pouvez participer dans des business d'investissement en groupe, où nous avons des groupes de personnes qui peuvent acheter une ferme, et vous commencez à cultiver en groupe, et vous avez votre comment dire, passive income en français.
Bon, c'est juste comme ils vont avoir un peu plus de salaire ou quoi même.
Voilà, vous avez de l'argent qui vous revient
Voilà.
tous les mois, comme votre retrait en fait.
Mhm.
Donc, si vous voulez acheter des appartements, on peut vous aider à acheter des appartements, notamment à Lagos, où vous avez le Dangote, comment dire refinery en français? Refinery.
Ici, raffinement? Est-ce que c'est
Ouais, le
raffinement?
raffinement de pétrole, ouais,
Oui,
ouais, de Dangote.
oui, oui, je crois que c'est raffinement.
C'est raffinement, ok. Le raffinement de Dangote qui va s'ouvrir dans 2 ans, en 2022, je pense. Et là, vous pouvez investir dans des appartements qui sont autour de Lagos. Encore, c'est une façon d'avoir des passive income du Nigeria. Et vous pouvez investir dans des groupes de fermiers de moins de 300 € pour un terrain ou dans des appartements pour moins de 3 500 € pour acheter un appartement à Lagos. Donc, pour les gens qui peut-être veulent investir au Nigeria, nous sommes là pour vous aider. Nous sommes là pour faciliter les choses et vous encourager à venir au Nigeria et faire du business. Et si vous êtes dans des pays francophones, si vous connaissez des gens qui sont dans l'immobilier, nous cherchons à nous
Associé.
associer avec d'autres agences immobilières comme nous. Venez avec nous et nous pouvons lister vos coordonnées, vos immobiliers, vos listings pour encourager nos frères en France et en Belgique pour revenir à la maison.
Vraiment, merci beaucoup, Tayo. Tu as tout résumé très bien. Et bon, tout comme toi, c'est pareil, hein, c'est pareil. Tout comme toi, bon, de plus tu parles une langue, tu as tendance à oublier un tout petit peu l'autre langue. Donc, moi-même, j'ai aussi ces problèmes de temps en temps. C'est pour ça on doit parler. Surtout quand je te vois là, il faut laisser le français et l'anglais là quelque part. On parle plus le français et bon,
Exactement.
comme ça, on ne va pas oublier. Mais tu as
On va
tout
pas oublier.
résumé.
On essaye.
Voilà,
On essaye de
voilà.
conduire. En plus, le français, c'est ma troisième langue. Donc, si je ne pratique pas, ça s'en va. Ça s'en va.
Voilà, voilà, c'est ça, c'est ça. Oui, 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 oui. Oui, Tayo, elle a bien résumé. Je t'ai dit, oui. Donc, il faut parler. Parle de plus en plus, c'est tout, quoi. So, guys, thanks so much, everyone, for joining us. And I'm sure you guys learned a lot from Tayo. I put the link already of the Tayo's channel in the chat. So, please, please, please go and subscribe to Tayo's channel. That's the only way you're going to know exactly what is on the market, what is available for you guys to grab, because it's time to grab now. Yeah. So please make sure you subscribe to her channel. Anything you need, please contact her when it comes to Nigeria for now. And like she said, if you are out there and you are also into real estate in other African countries, specifically, I think for now, West Africa, please get in touch, email her or email me, and then I'll connect, the both of you. That's why we are here. Thanks, everyone, for joining. If you haven't yet thumbs up the stream, please don't forget to thumbs up and go ahead and share this stream with other people so they can also learn. I appreciate each and every one of you. And thanks so much, Tayo, for joining us this lovely day. I'm so happy that you managed to join us here. So guys, this is the end of this stream. So voilà, c'est la fin et merci encore de nous avoir suivis. Et si vous voulez contacter Tayo, je vais mettre tous les détails dans la boîte de description après quand on finit ici. So Tayo, everyone is saying, thanks. So thanks so much. We really, really appreciate you. And I will see you all in my next stream. And I will be uploading a video very soon showing you what happened here in London and also in Germany. So,
Wow.
guys, let's keep protesting on and on and on and on and on. And you know
Mhm.
what I love saying on this channel? Support Black-owned businesses, buy Black
Absolutely.
first, patronize Black businesses. So thanks everyone for joining, and I will see you all very soon. Bless you. Bye-bye for now. Bye.
Bye bye.